Let me start with a question. Have you ever heard someone say you need to invest your money? Then you get excited. Then you start looking. Then you see words like stocks, bonds, dividends, ROI, and your brain switches off. It sounds complicated. It sounds like something for rich people. So you don't even try. I get it. I used to feel the same way. But here's the truth. Investing is not magic. It's not gambling. And you don't need millions to start. Today, I'm going to break it down in the simplest way possible. No big grammar, no confusing terms. Just what you need to know to take your first step. Let's go. What is investing really? Saving is keeping money. Investing is growing money. When you save, your money stays the same. 10,000 naira today is still 10,000 naira next year. But because of inflation, prices going up, that 10,000 naira buys less next year. When you invest, you put your money into something that can increase in value. So that 10,000 naira can become 11,000 naira or more over time. Think of it like planting a seed. You don't eat the seed today. You plant it, you water it, you wait. Then after some months, you harvest more than you planted. That's investing. Before you invest, there are two things you must have first. I need to say this early. Before you put 1 naira into any investment, you must do these two things. Number 1, an emergency fund. This is money you keep in a separate account. Not for investing, not for fun, for real emergencies only. Car breaks, medical bills, something urgent. Without an emergency fund, you will be forced to sell your investment early, and sometimes selling early means losing money. So first, build a small emergency fund, even 1 month of basic expenses. Number 2, pay off expensive debt. If you have a loan that is charging you high interest, like 20% or more, pay that down first. Why? Because if your investment earns you 10%, but your debt is costing you 20%, you are still losing money. So emergency fund first, then expensive debt, then invest. The biggest mistake beginners make is rushing, jumping into something you don't understand because someone promised fast returns. If someone says double your money in 1 month, run. If they say no risk, guaranteed profit, run faster. Real investing has ups and downs. It takes time, and anyone who promises otherwise is likely running a scam. So rule number 1 of investing, never put money into something you don't understand. Now, let's talk about real beginner-friendly options in Nigeria. Option 1, savings in a high-interest account. This is the simplest. Some banks offer savings accounts with higher interest than normal. Not huge returns, but safe. Your money doesn't disappear, and you can take it out when you need it. Option 2, treasury bills or T-bills. These are loans you give to the government. The government pays you interest. Very low risk. You can start from as low as 10,000 naira or 50,000 naira depending on the platform. T-bills lock your money for a period, usually 91 days, 182 days, or 364 days. At the end, you get your original money plus interest. Option 3, mutual funds. A mutual fund is when many people put their money together. Professionals manage it and invest in different things: stocks, bonds, T-bills. You don't need to know everything. You just contribute. Some mutual funds allow you to start with as low as 1,000 or 5,000 naira. They are managed by fund managers registered with the SEC, the Securities and Exchange Commission. Option 4, real estate crowdfunding. Some companies allow you to invest small amounts into property. You don't buy the whole house, you buy a share. When the property earns rent or is sold, you get a share. You can start with 50,000 or 100,000 naira. Option 5, small business or cooperative. You can invest in a small business you understand, or join a reliable cooperative where your money is used to give loans to members and you earn interest. But be very careful with cooperatives. Many are not registered. If you join, make sure it's registered and has a good reputation. Now, let me give you 5 red flags to spot an investment scam before you lose your money. 1. They promise guaranteed returns with no risk. Nothing in life is guaranteed. 2. They pressure you to invest now. The offer ends today. Scammers create urgency. 3. They can't clearly explain how the money is made. If you ask, "How does this work?" and they give you a vague answer, walk away. 4. They pay returns from new people's money, not from real profit. That's called a Ponzi scheme. It works until it collapses. 5. They are not registered. Any legitimate investment company in Nigeria should be registered with the SEC. You can check online or ask for their registration number. If you are not sure, don't invest. It's better to miss an opportunity than to lose your money. How much should you start with? This is the question everyone asks. Start with an amount that would not hurt you if you lost it. I know losing is not the goal, but in investing, there is always some risk, so start small. Maybe 5,000 naira, maybe 10,000 naira, maybe even 1,000 naira if the platform allows. The goal is not to become rich overnight. The goal is to start the habit, to learn, to watch how it works. When you start small, your heart doesn't pound every time the number moves. You can learn without stress. Here's a simple strategy that works for beginners. It's called dollar cost averaging, but let's call it consistent buying. Instead of putting a large amount once, you put a small amount regularly, every month, same amount, same day. Why? Because you don't have to time the market. You don't need to know if prices are high or low. You just buy consistently. Over time, it averages out and you build the habit of investing without stress. Example, 5,000 naira every month into a mutual fund. Not huge, not scary, just consistent. How long should you invest? Think in years, not weeks. Investing is not for money you need next month. It's for money you can leave alone for at least 1 year, preferably longer. The stock market goes up and down. If you sell when it's down, you lose real money. But if you wait, it usually goes back up. So only invest money you can afford to leave alone. Here's what I want you to do this week. Step 1. Open a separate savings account for your emergency fund if you don't have one. Start putting something there. Step 2. Research one beginner investment option. T-bills, a mutual fund, a real estate crowdfunding platform. Just read about one. Step 3. Find out the minimum amount to start and the registration process. Step 4. When you're comfortable, start with a small amount. Not borrowed money, not rent money, just small, extra money. The goal is not to become rich overnight. The goal is to begin. Because the earlier you start, the more time your money has to grow. Investing seems scary until you understand it. Once you understand it, it becomes one of the most powerful things you can do for your future. You don't need to be a finance expert. You just need to start small, stay consistent, and avoid scams. If I could go back to my younger self, I would say start earlier, even with 1,000 naira. Just start. So today, take that first step. Do your research. Open that account, put in that small amount. Your future self will thank you. If this episode helped you, like and subscribe. Share it with someone who needs to hear it. I'll see you in the next one.